How do you keep your ego in these situations intact when you go up and you get in this, you see somebody and you really try, because that's the biggest problem with the
Yes, sir.
cops is the
Yes,
same
sir.
thing
Yeah.
is sometimes they over
Well,
take things
yeah.
way over the top where they should let keep their ego intact. How do you train your folks and how do
Yeah.
you go about trying to make sure we keep our ego?
We are big on staying grounded in our reason why we are
Hmm.
here. And that supersedes everything. Not how we feel, not what has occurred, but why are we here? Why are we a necessity in this community? But then also what has happened to get our people to this point. And so when you're dealing with folks in the neighborhood that may be battling mental health issues or substance abuse issues, and you're trying to provide crisis care and they don't understand that you're here to help, your ego has to be removed from that situation. And we are big on just being here to care for the people, and that trumps everything. No ego.
Have you ever disagreed with the city of Cleveland approach on violence?
Absolutely. Wholeheartedly.
Okay.
In fact, when we look at other models like other cities like Detroit and Dallas and Chicago and Baltimore, in which they are drastically reducing violent crime. Baltimore, one neighborhood in Baltimore that was historically the most violent neighborhood had 0 homicides in the last 365 days. Because through a partnership with the city and a grassroots organization called Safe Streets, out in the community every day having an active presence, building rapport so where there is opportunity for violent crime to spark, they already on top of it. But you can do that with funding and resources and relationships. And so this city has not been intentional about developing a violence prevention strategy. And you can't do that without people like myself at the table.
We used to.
Yes, sir.
Used to be a cop, Littlehead. Did you remember Littlehead?
No, sir.
Nashville. I guess he must was a Glenville thing. It was a cop down there called Littlehead. Man, that guy was about.
That was his nickname?
That was his street name. We call him Littlehead. He was, and if he listened and anybody know, they know exactly who
Yes,
he
sir.
was. Man, the dude had to be about 6'3", 6'4", big
Mhm.
tall dude. But his head was real small. Man, looked like
Yes,
a
sir.
cartoon character, and that's
Yes,
why
sir.
we called him
Yes, sir.
Littlehead. But Littlehead and his crew, they
Yeah.
used to just jump out boys and all of that because I grew up in an era where dudes were really on the block selling
Yeah.
drugs. Where I tell
Yeah.
people now,
Yes, sir.
these guys, I don't know what they doing because when they were selling drugs in those days, you only had to be out there a few weeks.
Yes, sir.
They were
Come on.
flipping and they were
Come on.
rolling, getting
Come on.
cars, doing
Come on.
everything. These guys, same
365 days out the year.
out
12-hour shifts.
12-hour shifts, man, and
Clothes.
same clothes, looking the same way. Like, what are
Yeah.
y'all selling? What are y'all doing? I just don't get it. What's that all about?
Using as well. Right? So
Ah.
these same guys that's out here selling dope, pushing crack, they popping perks. They're dealing with their own forms. They drinking every day. They're dealing with their own forms of substance abuse. So now the hustlers are the junkies as well. So that's what we're dealing with this younger generation. The environment I grew up around and the people I knew that was hustling, it was about getting money and building businesses too as well.
That's right.
These guys, they just want a couple dollars in their pocket, some clothes, a female, and a bottle, and they good.
That's it.
Very low expectations and no exit strategy.
You hit that on the head, man. I really feel sorry for them because they're like, y'all ain't getting no money. I'm watching y'all.
Go to Amazon,
no money,
brother.
man.
Go to school, go to
Right.
Amazon, go to McDonald's.
I'm like, go to the military at this point because my point is this, man. If you're going to rob me at the gas station or jack me for my car, man, go over there and shoot somebody else. You like robbing, you like shooting. Go shoot somebody and at least get paid for it because you're not making nothing off of us with it. And
Or-
you don't care about your life.
Yes, sir.
And if you don't care about your life, then do something noble.
Or if that is your perspective and that's the cause that you living and dying by, it's an Anthony Sowell in every neighborhood. There's a Fidel Castro in every neighborhood. There's some person somewhere that shot up a house with some babies in it.